What's happening, everybody? Bob from Crossing Broad here to break down Pittsburgh and Penn State. Before we get into this game, first want to let you know about FanDuel's $5 moneyline promo on this game. Here's how it works. Basically, you bet $5 on the money line, either side, Pittsburgh at plus 600, Penn State at minus 875, and if you get your bet right, you get a $100 bonus. So yes, if you want to back Penn State, will a $5 bet on minus 875 moneyline odds pay out very much? No, but you'll get that $100 kickback on top of it. So that's something that you might want to consider. Head over to crossingbroad.com/FD to take full advantage of that deal. Now let's talk about this game specifically. It's a 17.5-point spread. Penn State is favored. It's the fourth and final game in the Keystone Series between these two teams. Penn State absolutely blew the doors off of Pittsburgh at Heinz Field a season ago. Pittsburgh looking for some revenge in this one. Here's a trend that might suggest that may be a problem. Since 1993, Penn State is 48-4 straight up against FBS teams within 250 miles of Beaver Stadium. So the Panthers definitely have their work cut out for them on Saturday. Now, a couple trends that we talked about in our Penn State Buffalo preview last week apply in this game as well. James Franklin, 23-12-2 ATS at home with Penn State, 19-10-2 ATS as a favorite at home, and in the month of September, he's 9-5-1 ATS as the Nittany Lions head coach. Also, Nittany Lions 2-0 to start the season. They're 4-0 against the spread on a 2-game winning streak when playing at home, so that applies here. And when Penn State teams under James Franklin score at least 40 points, and they dropped 45 on Buffalo a week ago, they're 13-2-1 ATS in the following game. That is a very strong trend backing a Penn State play in this one. However, there is some information out there that suggests that Pittsburgh might not be a bad bet. Let's get into that real quick. Pittsburgh is 15-12-2 against the spread as an underdog under Pat Narduzzi, so they've been pretty active in this role overall. And since 2005, Pittsburgh is 11-6-2 ATS. Narduzzi teams are 4-2-1 against the spread when covering in their previous game and then going on the road as an underdog, which they will certainly be this week. And finally, Narduzzi 9-6-2 ATS as a road underdog, and 3-0-1 ATS when a road dog of 14 or more points. So Pittsburgh, under this particular coach, has fared very well as a big-time road underdog. In terms of the total, the over is 17-7 in non-conference games under James Franklin as head coach of the Nittany Lions, 13-5 in home games. So those are two favorable trends on the over. When I look at this game, I'll start with the total. I like the over a little bit in this one. I do think that Pittsburgh is going to lose the football game, but I do think that they can also hang around and stay within 17.5 points. I like Narduzzi's record basically as a underdog, as a road underdog, and I just think that Penn State showed some of their holes a little bit in the first half against Buffalo. I know they struggled in that game, and I know they finished strong in that one, but at the end of the day, I do think that Pittsburgh's going to hang around, probably lose in the 14-point range, and get the cover.